Hey guys, welcome back to Jimmy Flick Live, and today is just a quick video on what's been happening with the 6.10 update for Fortnite. A lot has been changed. I'm going to show you a few things, but first we're just going to go through the patch notes quickly. So they've introduced the quad crasher. Propel yourself and your friend into a battle with a two-seated vehicle. So the quad is now two-seated, which is not too bad. It also has like a bit of a guard on the front, which looks pretty awesome. And there's competition mode as well, which I'll go through with you very shortly. And I'll just go through that with you. Few new bits for Save the World, which if you play that, that's great, and I'll see if I can get them in at the end. But generally, there's just been a small props accidentally blocking trap placements. That's been fixed. If you're a PS4 Pro player and you've got it plugged into a 4K TV, then it now renders at 1440p instead of 1080, which is pretty decent if you want the graphics slightly enhanced. Audio memory optimized for Xbox if you're an Xbox player. And physics optimizes for cosmetic items, which is pretty decent. So, limited time mode for the disco domination. There's a few extra bits in there. It's reduced all the bandage spawns by 50%. Removed all the common weapons, so there's no grey weapons. Increase the variability of where you can spawn by 30% alongside your storm circle. Your side storm circle. Brought in the side dance floors closer to the storm edge. Probably makes it a little bit harder. And reduce the max respawn distance by 20%. So weapons and items. The Porter Fortress has been disabled as we work to resolve some issues related to this item. In other words, it's more likely going to be removed. Drop rate for Porter Fort increased from 3.05% to 4.89%, while the Porter Fortress is disabled. The goal is to keep the drop rate of Porter Fort the same as if both items were enabled to help with the completion of challenges. So I suppose, yeah, the Porter Fort is alright. It's not too big, it's not too daft. It's just enough to keep you away from enemies. Porter Fortress is humongous, and does exactly what it says in 10. It's a fortress. Okay, bug fixes. Guided missiles no longer fires the wrong direction. Happened to me not so long ago. It always fires north, and it is a pain in the backside. But it seems that they're fixing that, and whether it's back in or not too sure, because I know that they did disable it. Players were no longer permanently attached to a supply drop when grappling to it. Never tried it, didn't know that happened, but I suppose it's always a good thing, I suppose. Attempting to fire while reloading the double barrel shotgun will no longer interrupt the animation. God, I can't even say things today. Weapon and quick animations no longer skip when simultaneously attempting to sprint and target. I suppose that's always decent. So other things for the gameplay. So the quad crasher seats 2 players. You build boost by driving, which is better than doing the skidding, because that's just a pain in the backside. Unleash that speed with the hotkey once you filled up your boost meter. Smash through buildings while boosting, which is pretty decent. But does that mean that it's different for each one? So like the wood, the metal and the brick, God knows. Boost off ramps and cliffs to catch sick air. Launch players into the air by smashing into them. You can now view and change edit control separately from combat to build in the control menu, which I suppose will help a lot of people who don't build, like me. Don't build. It's just a pain in the backside. I build it if I have to. PS4 controller light will match the marker player. So if you're blue, it'll be blue. If it's pink, it'll be pink. So on and so on. That's the little light there. Change colour to whatever colour you are if you're in a squad. You can now set building mode sensitivity for controllers in the option menu. It is a multiplier on the default controller sensitivity and allows up to a 2 times increase, which is pretty good. Controller sensitivity slider in the options menu now allows for more than 10 values. There's quite a few things on it. Opening the emote picker with the controller will happen when the button is released. While holding the button, we'll replay the emote that was last played. Okay. Bug fixes, just a few on there. Trap not being triggered properly. Inconsistencies with the damaged trap not triggering properly. Okay. Allow slight movement when using a consumable with sprint by default enabled. This will help match how it works without sprint by default. Okay, so the events themselves, each tournaments can be found inside the new events tab, available in game. This tab will host a variety of online competitions which are open to everyone. Jump in and explore. So the events tab is here, and there is quite a few, and they're all available in so many days. This one's available in 6 hours, which is the alpha, and it is solo only. So each tournament is a series of scheduled dates and times that the competition will be run. A carousel of all upcoming competitions and times will be available for browsing, so you can plan and practice. So, like I've just shown you there, every scheduled session is a completely clean slate, with all players starting on an equal footing at the beginning of play, which sounds fair. Compete over the course of several hours to earn points by eliminating multiple opponents or surviving against the competition. Players are matched against opponents with similar scores during the session, which is great, rather than going up against someone who is world class against somebody who's only just started the game. Score enough points during the scheduled event session and you'll earn a gold pin for that tournament. So if we go to event details here, you can't see it there at the bottom there, but it says 3 eliminations, 5 eliminations, 7 eliminations. So you get 3 eliminations, you get 1 point, 5 eliminations, you get another 1 point, and then you get 7 eliminations, you get another 1 point. You reach top 10, it's 1 point. You reach top 3, that's another 1 point, and if you get the win, that's another 1 point. Your pin unlocked at 20 points. So that's pretty decent. So it tells you on the side there the event times and dates. So today it starts at 5 until 8, so it's a 3-hour window by the looks of it, and that's on for the next 5 days, which is going to be pretty cool. If you work and this is during your work time, then unfortunately it's a bit of a shitter, but if you can get in and book some days off, then get on it. You never know what's going to happen. So you got the Friday night Fortnite. So this is every Friday, starts in 3 days. So this is on the 19th, 26th, the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd and 30th. So this is seen all the way through to December basically. Tournament details again: 6 eliminations, 9 eliminations, 12 eliminations, top 3, top 2, victory royale, unlock pin at 25 points. Beta tournament, so 23rd of October through to the 25th, so it's only on for 3 days. 4, 6 and 9 I'm going to say that is, with top 5, top 3 and victory royale, 20 points for the pin. So there is a load of food. Salty Springs again, 3, 5, 9, top 10, 3 and victory royale. And then Tomato Temple, 4, 6, I'm pretty sure it's 9 again, or 10, with the top 5, top 3 and victory royale. Now it doesn't state if it's solo. Oh, it's duos, that one. Okay, so that one is solo, that one's squads, duos, solo, duos. So there's only one squad, and that's every Friday night. which is pretty decent if you've got a squad going. So that is new with the events. Let's see what else is on there. So performance wise, weapon replication optimizes for dedicated server to reduce low during rapid weapon switching. We've made CPU performance optimized on switch across all threads. This results in a smoother gameplay experience and fewer hitches. Improved multi-threading during heavy physics simulation. There's a few other small things there: art and animations, replay system, mobile, and then it's literally just save the world things here. But I'm actually quite excited to see what these events are going to be like, because the last events that they were doing with all the skirmishes, and it's only if you got invited to and part of a team, so on and so on. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see what's going on. I'll just go through the item shop now. So Love Ranger's back, you got the Tat-Tacs, you got the Cuddle Team Leaders back, you've also got the Field Surgeon, you got the Triage Trooper, you got Flatliner and Airlift, you got Cloud Strike, you got the Glow Stick, you got Scorpion back, Arctic Assassin, Hand Signals, which is one of my favourites. Yeah, still quality. And Face Palm. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. Do like that one. Okay guys, so there you have it. So that's what's happened in the 6.10. I'll probably do a live feed later on with the events, which should be pretty decent. And see how well we're doing that. So that's available in 6 hours, so I'll see you in 6 hour time, guys. Stay tuned and enjoy. Thanks for watching. I've been Jimmy Fleet. You guys have been great. Peace.